So the US military just started using HBAR technology to secure drone data against quantum threats, right? And you'd think that would send the price absolutely flying. But instead, HBAR is down nearly 30% from its 30-day high, bleeding through support levels like they don't even exist, and the charts are honestly screaming oversold. Something doesn't add up here, and we need to talk about what's really happening with Hedera right now, because this disconnect between adoption and price action is honestly wild. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and smash the like, because we're diving deep into HBAR today, and trust me, you're gonna want to see how this plays out. Let's get into it. Hedera is in this really interesting position right now where the fundamentals are screaming one thing and the price is doing the complete opposite. We're talking about a network that just got military-grade validation, actual enterprise adoption, new DeFi infrastructure launching, and institutional partnerships that most crypto projects would literally kill for. But the charts, oh man, the charts are brutal. HBAR is currently trading around 9.5 cents, down almost 30% from its 30-day high and over 15% from just last week. The price broke below its recent low and is now sitting just over 6% under that level, which means we're not just dipping, we're establishing a bearish structure. That recent low? Yeah, that's resistance now. Sellers are in control, and they're not letting up. On the daily chart, HBAR is hugging the lower Bollinger Band, staying well below the midline, which tells you everything you need to know about the current momentum. The RSI is hovering in the low 30s, flirting with oversold territory. But here's the thing about oversold conditions. They can stay oversold way longer than you think, especially when bearish sentiment takes over. We've got immediate resistance at 10 cents, then 11 cents, and if by some miracle buyers show up, 12.5 cents is where the real battle happens. On the downside, if this 9.5 cent level doesn't hold, we're looking at 9 cents next, then 8.5 cents, and potentially a slide all the way down to 8 cents. And honestly, with the way this is moving, that's not out of the question. Now, let's talk about the Bitcoin pair, because HBARBTC is where things get really spicy. We're looking at a price of 0.000000114, and it's literally pressed against the lower Bollinger Band like it's trying to break through the floor. The RSI divergence indicator is screaming bearish, no reversal in sight, and we're testing what looks like a critical long-term support zone. If this breaks, and I mean truly breaks with volume and conviction, we could see a sharp decline toward historical lows. But, and this is important, those compressed Bollinger Bands also suggest we might be setting up for a volatility expansion. The question is, which direction does that expansion go? Does this support finally crumble and send HBAR into free fall? Or do we get one of those desperate relief rallies that catches everyone off guard? The tension here is absolutely real. So you're probably thinking, okay, if the technicals are this bad, why are we even talking about HBAR? Well, because while the price is bleeding, the actual utility and adoption of Hedera is accelerating like crazy. We've got this massive development that dropped recently, reported via X, where Hedera's technology is being adopted by the United States military specifically for securing drone data against quantum threats. Let me repeat that. The United States military is using HBAR tech for quantum-resistant security on military drones. This isn't some random DeFi protocol trying to farm yields. This is the Department of Defense saying, yeah, we trust this network for national security applications. That's an insane level of validation, and it speaks to the foundational strength of what Hedera has built. But the market doesn't seem to care right now. And that's the paradox we're dealing with. You've got enterprise-grade, military adoption on one side, and capitulation-level selling on the other. This is either the setup for a massive recovery once sentiment shifts, or we're about to learn a harsh lesson about how adoption doesn't always equal immediate price action. Let's look at what else is happening in the Hedera ecosystem, because there's actually a lot more going on than just military contracts. On January 27th, we got news that Bonzo Finance Labs launched Bonzo Vaults in beta, which is basically automated yield strategies for Hedera DeFi. Now, if you're not familiar with yield vaults, think of them like set-it-and-forget-it investment vehicles where smart contracts handle all the heavy lifting, things like rebalancing, compounding rewards, deploying your assets into concentrated liquidity pools and lending markets. You deposit your assets, the vault mints you a share token that represents your portion of the pool, and the strategy contracts do the rest. What makes this interesting is that Bonzo Vaults are built on the Ethereum virtual machine, but deployed on Hedera, which means they're tapping into that fast, low-cost infrastructure that Hedera is known for. The design is modular too, so strategists can upgrade or deprecate strategies without breaking the vault interface. They've launched with 3 strategy families: Media Group, digital display of vault strategy categories, financial dashboard showing multiple strategy types, investment team analyzing strategy options ICE, stock you distribute equally, single asset DEX vaults, dual asset DEX vaults, and leveraged LST vaults. The dual asset vaults are managing pairs like USDC HBAR, USDC SOS, Bonzo X Bonzo, and they've got more coming soon like WETH HBAR, WBTC HBAR, basically all the major pairings you'd expect. The single asset vaults let you deposit 1 token, and the contract automatically swaps part of it into the paired asset and manages the position for you. Now, the leveraged LST strategy is where it gets a bit more advanced. This one takes a liquid staking token like HBARX, uses it as collateral in Bonzo's lending market, borrows the underlying asset, and then cycles those funds back into staking and lending to build leverage exposure. It's clever, but it's also higher risk, which is why Bonzo included risk disclosures covering smart contract vulnerabilities, market volatility, and reliance on underlying protocols. They're also getting audited by Halburn, with reports expected to drop soon. So yeah, Hedera DeFi is expanding, automation is coming online, and this is the kind of infrastructure that attracts serious capital over time. But let's talk about the bigger picture for a second, because Hedera's co-founder Mance Harmon just gave an interview with CNBC at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and he laid out the vision in a way that actually makes a lot of sense. He described Hedera's goal as invisible ubiquity, which basically means building blockchain technology that powers Web3, but users never even know it's there. He compared it to the internet itself. Billions of people use the internet every single day, but how many of them think about TCP/IP protocols or DNS servers? Nobody. They just use Google, watch Netflix, send emails, and the plumbing works invisibly in the background. Harmon told CNBC, and I'm paraphrasing here, that Hedera will be the same. It's providing services for the Web3 economy, but it's like plumbing at the bottom of the technology stack that enables everything else. And honestly, that's a brilliant way to think about it. Because if Hedera succeeds, it won't be because retail traders are buying HBAR on Binance, it'll be because enterprises, governments, and institutions are using the network without their end users even realizing its blockchain. One of the key differentiators for Hedera is that it doesn't actually use blockchain in the traditional sense. It uses hashgraph technology, which stores data in directed acyclic graphs instead of blocks. Nodes constantly share information about transactions, and consensus is reached mathematically. The result? It's faster because records are added in parallel, and costs are way lower. Harmon summed it up perfectly. Hashgraph solves the same category problems as blockchain, but it does it in a far more secure, efficient, and performant way. And then there's the governance model, which is honestly genius. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, where anyone can run a node, Hedera brought together over 30 of the world's largest companies to run validator nodes. We're talking about Google, IBM, Dell LG, Hitachi, Denton's Ubisoft, Aberdeen, companies with global reputations that rotate membership in the governing council. This guarantees decentralization without relying on any single party, and it makes the network incredibly secure, because to attack Hedera, you'd need to breach the security of multiple Fortune 500 companies simultaneously. Good luck with that. Harmon also highlighted tokenization as one of Hedera's strongest use cases. He noted that with Hedera, you can skip settlement and clearing entirely and go straight to atomic swaps, delivery versus payment, all in one transaction that takes a fraction of a second. That's massive for real-world asset tokenization, and it's why Hedera is leading in that space. And then there's the AI angle. Harmon believes one of the most impactful applications will be agentic payments, where AI agents engage in autonomous commerce with each other. The payments flowing between these agents could dwarf what we see in today's economy, and traditional payment systems can't handle transferring fractions of a penny efficiently. But Hedera can. That's the kind of forward-thinking infrastructure that positions a network for long-term dominance. So, where does this leave us? Well, HBAR is caught in this brutal technical downturn, no question about that. The charts are bearish, selling pressure is relentless, and we're testing critical support levels that could break at any moment. But at the same time, the fundamentals are stacking up in ways that are honestly pretty rare in crypto. military adoption, enterprise partnerships, DeFi infrastructure launching, tokenization leadership, and a governance model that's actually sustainable. This disconnect won't last forever. Either the market wakes up and starts pricing in the real-world utility, or we're in for more pain before the turn happens. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor and drop a like on this video. Check out my other analysis on altcoins and market cycles. I've got some deep dives you'll definitely want to see, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're covering these stories as they develop, and you don't want to miss what happens next with HBAR. Alright, quick disclaimer before we wrap. None of this is financial advice. Crypto is volatile, risky, and you can lose everything you put in. Do your own research, understand the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.